Welcome back to Beautiful Mind. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. In this explainer, we're diving deep into something that literally touches every single one of us every single day. We're talking about unlocking human potential, but we're doing it through a lens you might not expect, the incredible power of everyday creativity. So let's jump right in, because this is the kind of psychological insight that can fundamentally shift how you navigate the world.
I really want you to think about this for a second. Why do some people see problems and become completely stuck, while others look at the exact same obstacle, see an opportunity, and invent a solution? Seriously, what makes that difference? Well, according to positive psychology, it isn't just luck or some rare innate genius. It actually comes down to two essential, deeply connected strengths: creativity and effective problem solving. These are the twin engines that help us adapt, grow, and truly flourish.
Section 1. Demystifying everyday creativity.
Okay, let's clear up a massive misconception right off the bat. When we hear the word creativity, our minds almost instantly jump to artists, musicians, or, famous inventors. We've got to break that myth right now. Creativity is definitely not some magical talent reserved for a chosen few in a studio. It's actually a highly practical life skill. It is the ability to generate ideas, solutions, or products that are both original and useful. It's simply about thinking in new ways to solve daily challenges. And notice those two words, original and useful. A creative idea isn't just wildly different for the sake of it, it actually solves a problem or adds real value.
So what does this actually look like in a person? It involves a really dynamic mix of imagination and curiosity. It requires flexibility of thinking, which is just the ability to pivot when your very first idea doesn't pan out. It means having a genuine openness to new experiences and a total willingness to experiment. Creative individuals don't just sit back and passively react to whatever happens to them. They are actively searching for possibilities. They take risks, they persist, and they embrace independent thinking.
Let's take a quick peek inside the mind of a creative thinker. This is their internal monologue. Instead of hitting a brick wall and saying, "Nope, I can't do this," they ask, "Is there another way? What if I try something totally different? Can this problem be viewed differently?" They're constantly questioning, and fundamentally, they are willing to learn from their mistakes. It's a proactive rather than reactive mindset.
Section 2. Positive problem-solving appraisals. Now that proactive mindset we just talked about, it dictates whether we feel empowered to take action or completely helpless when a challenge inevitably pops up. And this all comes down to problem solving. Problem solving is the process of identifying challenges, understanding their root causes, generating alternatives, and actually implementing those solutions. Think of it this way. If creativity is the spark that gives us new ideas, problem solving is the actionable counterpart. It's the structured engine that takes those creative sparks, evaluates them, and turns them into real effective action.
And here is where we hit a massive fork in the road. Let's look at the contrast and how we evaluate our own ability to solve problems, what psychologists call our appraisal. People with positive appraisals believe that problems can be understood and solutions can be found. They view difficulties as totally manageable and see challenges as a way to promote learning. On the flip side, people with negative appraisals often just feel helpless. They avoid making decisions, they become overwhelmed, and ultimately, they lose their confidence. Your appraisal literally shapes your entire reality.
This is exactly why combining creativity with positive problem solving is an absolute game changer in positive psychology. When you harness these two together, just look at what it helps you do. You adapt to sudden changes, you discover opportunities that others walk right past, you vastly improve your decision-making, you boost your confidence, and you seriously enhance your personal growth. It contributes directly to both your personal happiness and your professional success.
Section 3. The problem-solving process.
So, how do we actually pull this off? I mean, it's great to have a positive mindset, but you also need a roadmap, right? Here are the 5 core components of effective problem solving. First, problem recognition. You have to clearly define the challenge. You can't fix an issue if you don't know what it is. Second, generating alternatives. This is where your creativity gets to shine, brainstorming multiple possible solutions. Third, decision-making, selecting the most suitable option. Fourth, implementation, actually taking action. And finally, evaluation, stepping back to learn from the outcome so you can improve your future decisions. It's a continuous, dynamic loop.
Moving into Section 4, creativity in daily life.
Let's ground this theory in the real world, because creativity isn't just for the lab, it's for everyday life. Take a student who fails an exam. They don't just panic, they use creativity to develop a completely unique study plan. Or an employee facing declining team performance. Instead of just brewing more coffee, they introduce innovative new strategies. An entrepreneur adapts to shifting markets and uncovers brand new opportunities.
And even at home, families can creatively manage interpersonal conflicts by finding fresh ways to improve their communication. Structured problem-solving unlocks potential literally everywhere.
And finally, Section 5, Unlocking Your Human Potential. Now we pivot to the absolute most important part of this explainer, you. How can you actively build these strengths? Well, the great news is that these are muscles you can build, not just traits you're born with. Here are some highly practical ways to start today. Ask questions frequently. Make a conscious effort to stay deeply curious about the world around you. Push yourself to explore new experiences. And crucially, learn from your mistakes rather than letting them defeat you. When you hit a roadblock, force yourself to brainstorm multiple solutions. Train your brain to view challenges as opportunities, and definitely don't forget to collaborate with others. It's the best way to practice flexible thinking.
When you practice these skills consistently, you are doing exactly what positive psychology aims for. You transform obstacles into opportunities. This entire field of psychology focuses heavily on these exact strengths because they help people flourish. They build your confidence, increase your resilience when times get tough, promote serious adaptability, and ultimately, they profoundly improve your overall well-being.
I want to pause for just a second and challenge you directly. When was the last time you solved a problem creatively? Seriously, think about a recent challenge at work, at school, or even at home. Did you freeze up and let negative appraisals take over? Or did you stop, take a breath, ask, is there another way, and invent a useful, original solution?
I want to leave you with this powerful thought today. Problems are inevitable. We are all going to face them. But creativity allows us to see possibilities where others only see obstacles. Remember that every single challenge you face contains within it the opportunity for learning, for growth, and for innovation. You have the potential to be an incredibly creative problem solver, and by doing so, you can lead a deeply meaningful and successful life.
Thank you so much for watching Beautiful Mind. If you enjoyed this explainer and found it valuable, please take a quick second to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on our content. Next time, can setting meaningful goals and learning throughout life make us happier and wiser? I absolutely can't wait to explore that with you. Until then, keep asking questions and keep unlocking your potential.